Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. Really glad you could join me. I'm Greg Perry. And one of the questions which crops up in correspondence I get from you wonderful guys is the issue about how to create a happier or more successful, more fulfilling life. And one of the areas that I just wanted to touch on is the idea of creating for yourself a vision, a set of pictures, like a collage, that represents exactly what you want to achieve. In other words, the representation of how your life would be when you fulfill your goals and dreams, when you've made your goals a reality. Because there is something about a vision board, as it's called, that is extremely useful. It helps to focus a lot of that unconscious energy that we're largely unaware of towards the fulfillment of what it is you're trying to create. Most of what we think and feel and do is driven by that invisible influence, the great solid foundation that's laid down in our subconscious during our early childhood. We're blissfully unaware, but it can drive us and it often imposes limitations in all kinds of areas, not just in terms of achieving goals, but in terms of having better health, better relationships, and a sense of fulfillment. By striking out with a beautiful personalized set of images that represent what your life would feel like with the fulfillment of those goals can help to harness, to marshal the subconscious forces in the service of what you're trying to achieve. It's interesting, huh? When you imagine each day that you are already living within that vision, when you imbue, when you add emotional energy to the experience, these are triggers that help the subconscious to realign its programming, its energy, if you like, towards the creation, towards the fulfillment of those particular visions. And it's curious because even though we live within the limitations of what we perhaps believe might be possible, by making these subtle adjustments, the vision, bringing that vision into the sense of the present, putting a strong emotional attachment into it, that helps us to detect information that can help us fulfill that vision. What do I mean? Well, the conscious mind is only aware of a tiny, tiny fraction of all the data that's flowing around us. The unconscious seems to be aware of pretty much everything. And by adjusting the way that the subconscious filters information, we suddenly become aware of opportunities, of people. It's strange, but it's mystical. It's just the way the brain is wired. And by opening up the filters to check out information that serves our best interests, we can accelerate our progress and make this particular game of achieving our goals a lot easier. And if you apply the same principle to your sense of self, you might want to question whether your subconscious conditioning is getting in the way of your happiness, your health, your fulfillment, better relationships, success, whatever that might mean to you. There's plenty of evidence of where the barriers are, the limitations which have been imposed by your own subconscious conditioning. We all have this. It's just a facet of the way that we've evolved. But when you notice that there are limitations, most of them are artificial. Most of them have been imposed by our early conditioning. You know, opening up those limitations so that you have the sense, the feeling that you do deserve to be happier. You do deserve to have better health. You deserve to have better relationships. You deserve to create the success you've always dreamed of having. And this force changes our behavior. We do things differently, so guess what? We're more likely to achieve different results. It's a very powerful insight into how we're driven and how we have the possibility of imposing a greater degree of control over how we live and over the outcomes we're capable of achieving. Now, this is a subject that people have flagged up during our communication, and you know how much I appreciate getting feedback from you. But let me know what you think. Having your own personalised vision board is a great step towards taking better control over how your life unfolds, giving yourself the space and freedom to feel happier, perhaps healthier, perhaps aiming towards the success that is relevant for you, developing better relationships. Yeah, life is going to be a lot more fun, a lot more fulfilling. Again, let me know what you think. I've got a wonderful day ahead of me, and as I'm looking forward to being back with you tomorrow, allow me to wish you a wonderful day today.